So if you could first tell us who you are and maybe a little bit about the Smarter Cities and Smarter Planet program.
Yeah, sure, certainly. I'm Robert Morris, Vice President of Services Research at IBM, and we've been pursuing a very interesting agenda that's called Smarter Planet. And what it's about, basically, is you can think of it as 3 I's, and it's an easy way to remember it. What we've noticed is the world is becoming much more instrumented. There are instrumentation devices everywhere, whether they be cell phones. Over half the people on the planet have cell phones. There are cameras on every street corner, and there are just sensors everywhere. So the world is instrumented. The world is also interconnected. All of those sensors are connected together, but also the systems that they tell us about are also connected together, and that represents a great opportunity. And finally, having that information and having access to that information through connectivity is allowing us to act intelligently. That's the 3rd I for intelligently. And so what we're able to do is really begin to instrument the planet and make the planet work much better for all of us. The applications of this are vast. They exist in healthcare, where we are instrumenting people when they take blood tests or when they take x-rays or CT scans. They exist in cities as we measure the flow of traffic through the city, which we see by virtue of the fact that pretty much everyone has a cell phone on them these days. And of course we can act intelligently in terms of how we manage the traffic through a city, or how we manage the water through a water system in a city, or how we manage the economic development in a city, and how we make sure that everything is in place so cities can develop economically.
Great. And maybe can you give us an example of the technology involved in something specific, like a water and sewer management program for a city maybe like New York?
Yeah, so surprisingly, technologies like water and clean water and discharge water, such as sewer water and also storm water, actually turn out to pose some very interesting problems and some very interesting opportunities. It turns out that systems are engineered these days to actually deal with the disposition of both storm water and sewer water, and yet at the same time it often happens during rainstorms that there are overflows, and these represent health hazards. Now, if you can instrument the flows within a city, and if you can manage the valves that convey the flows within a city, you can in fact greatly decrease the probability that an overflow will occur in these combined so-called sewer overflow systems, combined sewer overflow systems, and you can greatly reduce any health implications of managing that effluent structure. This
Great.
can be done using sensor technology and computer technology in exactly the right way.
Great. And since this is the CUNY Institute for Sustainable Cities, maybe you can say a quick bit about education and the Smarter Cities initiative?
Well, education is absolutely essential, and one of the things that we've been observing in IBM is that the vast bulk of our economy is now becoming a services economy, and it's really necessary for people to become educated in how service systems, such as cities are fundamentally service systems, how they work, and we believe that it's very important for people within educational systems to become educated about the service economy, and also about all the components of our economies that go into environmental structures, such as cities, the management of water, the management of energy, the management of traffic, and the management of the economic development of those cities. And so we would urge students everywhere to acquaint themselves with these new and important technologies to prepare themselves for a career in dealing with today's current and most important problems.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.